So I have noted that in India, because India has introduced their latest education policy 2020. So I went through as a Minister of Education in Sri Lanka, of course. So we have to go through all these education policies. And another education policy of Finland with small population and the northern part of the globe, and in another country, Singapore. So within this region, of course, I had a comparative study of education policies. But I noted in the education policy of India, the 2020, ensures the inclusion and equal participation of children with disabilities in the schooling system by according the highest priority. Children with disabilities are enabled to participate in the regular schooling process from the foundational stage to higher education. The rights of persons with the disabilities Act 2016 of India defines inclusive education as a system of education wherein students with and without disabilities learn together, and the system of teaching and learning is suitably adapted to meet the learning needs of different types of students with disabilities. It's a pleasure to see that India is pursuing this as a policy guideline in all matters of inclusive education, and it is an example to other countries in the region. At the heart of the issue is how we as a society work with diversity among learners. Diversity in social terms is based on individual and group differences that help define each person or group. We all face the challenge of accepting diversity positively and cultivating a positive and constructive attitude among normal children, learners, teachers, and parents must receive our priority attention. The inclusion is a process that allows barriers to dissolve, and the presence, participation, and achievement of all learners is to be encouraged. The problem of creating inclusive and equitable opportunities arise from the various aspects of the education system. The fault lies in the ways in which education systems are currently organized, the forms of teaching that are provided in the classroom, the learning environment created for the students, and the ways in which students' progressing is supported and evaluated. It is very difficult for our educationists to design how to assess and evaluate especially the specially needs students. Now for an example, in Sri Lanka, students sit for GSA O-level examinations with some special needs students. So then we had to design the special system to evaluate and assess their capabilities. So one needs to view the challenges as opportunities that gives us the scope of improvement and democratize and enrich the existing education system. Even more important is translating this recognition into concrete reforms, seeing individual differences not as problems to be fixed, but as opportunities for democratizing and enriching learning. So Sri Lanka is now in the process of finalizing its education policy and reforms 2024-2023, 2030. And our attention has already been given to the key issues that I have mentioned. So I noticed during last evening and this morning, all the sessions, as I said earlier, focus attention to other SDG goals. Number 1, poverty alleviation. Number 2, food. Number 3, health. Number 4, quality education. Number 5, gender inequality. And number 6, water. Number 6, energy. Like that, of course. I think I notice we need the awareness, the knowledge to sustain all other sectors. So that is why the quality education is important. So without education, with illiterate society, we will not be able to achieve all these SDG goals. So that is why I believe that I have been invited by the organizers to speak on quality education, but more importantly, the inclusive education, where this part of the world we ignore the quality education for special needs kids. Thank you very much for inviting me and listening.